Hello everyone, it's the Red Laurel and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to have a look at one of my latest creations. Let me just go ahead and mention that this is part 4 of my architecture series. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to walk you through the whole ship, its deck, its lower deck, everything that has been created on this ship you will be able to see except for one thing. But before we do that, let's talk about how this thing came to be. So let me just go ahead and say that this world that you're going to see, all the surroundings, it's not my world. It's my awesome friend's world, Inedible Ant. I started building the ship like months and months ago, like probably like 2 school semesters ago, and I didn't even bother to finish it until now. And you know, as I was starting to build it, it kind of looked like garbage, but now that it's finished, it looks pretty amazing. It's not as detailed as a professional build, I would say, but it's I guess it's above average, and it's way better than anything on this crappy world. Just kidding, don't hurt me. Anyways, all that you are seeing right now is below deck, and this is basically the cannon room. So what I was picturing is all the crew members on the ship would rush down here and get to their posts and prepare for battle. So inside the chest there's supposed to be like arrows and stuff, or those fireballs that the gas shoot. I forget what they're called. Fire charges, I think they're called. You can like put them in the dispensers and then press the lever and it'll fire at the enemy ship. Up next, probably one of the most interesting locations on the ship would be the lower deck. In this area we have the kitchen, which isn't much really. It's just a few furnaces, crafting table, a chest, and a few other stuff, and very minimal lighting. I wanted this to look very piratey, so I rarely used any normal torches because they give off too much light, and I wanted to kind of look kind of archaic, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of feel, because you know those ships aren't really bright on the inside. They were lit like through like candles or lanterns and stuff like that. So I thought this made a pretty good touch, especially since the redstone lighting made it look a bit more scary instead of all beautiful and colorful and cheerful and happy. Instead it looked kind of like a pirate ship, you know. It's supposed to be dark and not like spooky, but kind of like scary, not very friendly looking. So what you just saw was the crew's sleeping quarters and the dining room where all the pirates would do their piratey things. Alrighty, so now let's check out the dock. As you can see, there are 3 masts. Each one has a basket on top, but only one is accessible, and this is where we will go right now. Around the dock you can also see shipment crates and kelp blocks and stuff like that, which give the ship a little bit more character. Alright, so I just wanted to note some things. The 3 masts you see on the deck, they were built by Inedible Ant, and so were the sails. So let's just talk to him about it. So, how long have you been playing Minecraft for?
Hey, my name is Damien. I started playing Minecraft about 6 years ago.
So how much did you contribute to the ship?
So the ship that was built, I made the sail. I also made the dock that the ship is docked at. I also put up a lights around, put the vines on it, little small details, trying to bring it to life.
Are there any more details that you would like to add?
The design of the pirate ship actually came from Google Images. We Googled pirate ships, and the most common pirate ship there is a pirate ship with a skull on it. I also want to go for an undead look. That explains the vines that's all over the ship, and why all the sails actually have tears in them and holes to make it look like they've been through something. You know, an undead ship is always fun to create.
Alright, so anyway, now that we're done hearing all that nonsense, let's continue. So this room over here that we're in was basically the captain's room. You saw the desk, that's where he would sit and, you know, be the captain or whatever, I guess. And then we also saw the little room where he sleeps, kind of cramped, but if you think about it, it's more spacious than the quarters of the crew members. This room kind of was inspired by Assassin's Creed Black Flag, if you guys have ever played that game. So down there where we were was the dungeon of the ship. This is where all the prisoners are kept and stuff like that. So again, you see the redstone torches, which barely lighted up, and there's a few mobs in there. And the last area we're gonna see is below the dungeon. So this is basically where all the treasure is stored. So, I mean, it probably would have been better to have the entire below deck area to have storage, but I thought it best to just have it in this area in order to fit as much into the ship as possible. And it turned out great. So this is basically like a little maze, and to find out what's at the end, you'll have to come see the ship. If the mayor allows it. Inevitable end. Alright everybody, so I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you to Inevitable Ant for allowing me to have a permit to build in his city, as well as for future builds, which will be showcased on the channel shortly, maybe in like another month or something, because these builds do take forever since they're by hand, and this game does not have MC Edit, unfortunately, yet. Where is it, Microsoft?